You see, this is why we love Trump.
So last night did not go well for Caitlin Collins. It didn't go well for CNN or really anybody at that network. This is Trump's backyard. This is his bailiwick. If last night shows us anything at all, this is what Trump needs to do. You go into enemy territory and you drop bombs. Donald Trump does his best when he's in a fight. Every liberal news network, find them, agree to interviews, go on The View, Rachel Maddow, whatever. I don't care. Just get in the left's hair. Get in their weeds. Get in their backyard. Do what you do best. It was epic last night. I want him to challenge every one of their narratives. Take no prisoners. This is what the people came out in droves for. This is how we won in 2016. Don't take anything from everyone. Punch back and keep punching until your opponent is sitting there wondering, like, what the heck just happened to me? Donald Trump last night made Caitlin Collins look like the worst.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Can I talk?
Yeah, what's the
answer? Do you mind?
I would like for you to answer the question.
Okay, it's very simple to answer.
That's why I asked it.
It's very simple to, you're a nasty person, I'll tell
you. Zero you-know-whats is what he gave. He effectively told Caitlin Collins and the entire left-wing establishment to shut up. And honestly, probably the biggest audience CNN has enjoyed in at least the last 4 years was sitting at home saying, thank God someone did something. People are so tired of being lectured by these libs through selective talking points. Let the man answer the question. The best part, though, today, a bunch of CNN employees and journalists over there are actually talking about how mad they are that the network gave him a platform or gave hate a whatever they're saying. But people watched, millions. Collins drove right into the Liz Cheney's favorite thing. That was the January 6th stuff. Trump set the record straight.
Crazy Nancy Pelosi and the mayor of Washington were in charge, as you know, of security, and they did not do their job.
They're not in charge of the National Guard. You're in charge of the National Guard.
Well, I offered them National Guard. I said, we'll give you soldiers, we'll give you National Guard, we'll give you whatever you want, and they turned me down.
And
in fact, she turned me down. She turned me down in writing.
This is not their regular show where they can just say whatever they want. Try again, Caitlin. I'm sure Collins was like, but, these are not the talking points they gave me. My man even brought receipts.
When they went to the Capitol and they were breaking into the Capitol, smashing windows, injuring police officers, why did it take you 3 hours to tell them to go home?
I don't believe it did. Oh, let me pull it out. I have to pull it out. So if you look at, on January 5th, the day before, I said, please support our Capitol Police and law enforcement. They are truly on the side of our country. Stay peaceful. I am asking for everyone at the U.S. Capitol to remain peaceful. This is right after, as it was happening. But what happened is they took it down. I don't know why. I think they took it down because it was so good. We want no violation. We want no violence. Remember, we are the party of law and order. Respect the law and our great men and women in blue.
I remember that.
Thank you.
I remember that.
And you know what people hate more than anything? Waffling politicians and non-answers. So many politicians do this. Trump said what he means, and he means what he says. However imperfectly you might think he articulates it, the guy is genuine.
Over the past 2 years, we have seen the prices for everything skyrocket. From food to gas to utilities and insurance costs, many people's bills are up several $100s a month, including mine. If elected president again, what is the first thing you would do to help bring down the cost to make things more affordable?
Drill, baby, drill.
Word. You know how many folks at home, Democrats included in this, whatever, independents, Republicans alike, we're sitting there thinking like, well, yeah, actually, I'll take $1.87 or $1.87 gas right now and maybe a mean tweet.
You think the U.S. should default if the White House does not agree to the spending cuts Republicans are demanding?
You might as well do it now because you'll do it later. Because we have to save this country. Our country is dying. Our country is being destroyed by stupid people, by very stupid people.
You once said that using the debt ceiling as a negotiating wedge just could not happen. You said that when you were in the Oval Office.
That's when I was president.
So why is it different now that you're out of office?
Because now I'm not president.
Mike Trout. This is his wheelhouse. You cannot go toe-to-toe with him on stuff like this. And this is exactly what the media doesn't understand. This guy was president for 4 years. Remember that. He knows all these issues better than anyone else.
Do you agree with deploying troops to the border? And how will a Trump administration slow down the rate of migrants coming across all our borders?
Sure. A very fair question, especially since tomorrow is going to be a day of infamy. These people are sick. Anybody that wants this to happen to our country, they're destroying our country. I built hundreds of miles of wall. If we didn't have it, it would be hard to believe it could be any worse. They're just letting people flow into our country. Look,
So true.
a country has to have borders. You look at what happened during that election, unless you're a very stupid person, you see what happens. A lot of the people in this audience, yes, and we're going to just win. We're at a point now, we're getting so close. Let's just win it again and straighten out our country.
One other question on this.
You're not stupid at all, but you perhaps are given an agenda or you have an agenda. Look,
I was just saying there's no evidence of that election fraud. You did once tweet.
You're supposed to say that, but I'm glad you say that. But look,
That's
that was
truth,
a horrible
Mr. President.
election. That was a horrible election, and we have to have honest elections in our country. We have open borders. We have said, we'll give you soldiers, we'll give you National Guard, we'll give you whatever you want. And they turned me down.
You're
and in
acting
fact,
defense
she turned me down.
secretary.
She turned me down. I didn't have a script. I don't need scripts like a certain person that's in there right now.
The video, it came out much later after they had already attacked the Capitol. But that video that you referenced there, it wasn't posted until 4:17 p.m.
No, I'll tell
they
you,
breached the Capitol at 2 p.m.
That video was
Mr.
posted.
President. 4:17
Yeah,
p.m.
actually a little bit before that.
Chris Miller was your acting defense secretary. He says you never gave that order. But back to what happened on that day.
He
You said
did
you
not
weren't.
say that.
He has testified that, Mr.
He did
President.
not say that.
But you said you weren't very. Why did it take you 3 hours to tell them to go home?
I don't believe it did. Oh, let me pull it out. I have to pull it out. And this was in the form of Twitter. Now I use Truth Social. I think it's far superior, okay? I hope everybody's like, they took it down. I don't know why. I think they took it down because it was so good. They didn't like it being up there.
Mr. President, I looked at the same timeline that you did.
No, I know, but you didn't report that. You know why? Because it was taken down.
We did report it. I was reporting that day.
It was taken down and it wasn't.
But when it was clear to you that they were not, do you feel that you owe him an apology?
No, because he did something wrong. He should have put the votes back to the state legislatures, and I think we would have had a different outcome. I really do.
But he doesn't have the authority. The vice president does not have the authority to reject those election results. Are you ready?
Let's have this one out just now, because it's interesting. Let's keep it interesting, right? I like Mike Pence very much. He's a very fine man. He's a very nice man. Did they change the law then, saying that you can't do it?
They didn't change the law. They strengthened the law because they were worried about presidents exploiting.
Meaning you could do it.
That's not what it means.
Thank you.
They strengthened.
In Washington, D.C., you cannot get a fair trial. You cannot. Just like in New York City, you can't get a fair trial either. What kind of a woman meets somebody and brings them up, and within minutes you're playing hanky-panky in a dressing room, okay? I don't know if she was married then or not. John Johnson, I feel sorry for you, John Johnson.
Mr. President.
This is a fake story, and you don't want to give it credibility. That's why I didn't go.
One thing you did do in this.
I have no idea who the hell. She's a whack job.
If the White House does not agree to the spending cuts Republicans are demanding.
You might as well do it now because you'll do it later. Because we have to save this country. Our country is dying. We have a very big mental health problem in this country. And again, it's not the gun that pulls the trigger. It's the person that pulls the trigger. And we have to protect our Second Amendment.
Yes.
We have to protect. I was totally exonerated, by the way. Just a waste of time and money.
You were impeached over that.
You were impeached by a crazy woman named Nancy Pelosi.
But the question here is, would you give Ukraine?
I took the documents. I'm allowed to. You know who else took them? Obama took them. Nixon took them.
Obama
Reagan
did not
took
take
them.
documents.
Oh, he didn't?
The difference
He didn't?
here that I'd like to know.
But you know who took them more than anybody is Joe Biden. He has 1,800 boxes, and nobody even knows where they are. 1,800, and nobody talks about him. Why is it that Biden had 9 boxes in Chinatown? And he gets a lot of money from China. Why is that? And why aren't people?
Mr. President, you cannot
why aren't
say
people
there is
bringing
no
that
evidence
up?
of that, Mr. President.
And when we can't make a call to question election results, then this country ought to just forget about it.
You weren't just questioning the election results.
I was questioning the election.
You were asking him to find you votes.
These people are sick. Anybody that wants this to happen to our country, they're destroying our country, and this should not be allowed to happen.
Does it bother you that he keeps talking about 2020 and not 2024?
Couldn't the media ask him a question about 2024?
There you have it, guys. Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. Trump, mind works like this. Do you see how quick his responses are? He is on point. Show me an interview with Joe Biden is answering questions that quickly. It's like he gotta remember, just like Trump said, script. It's like WWE. You ever see someone when they mess up their script? You know it's scripted. It's something look like their mind clicking and they gotta play it off real quick. That's what Biden does. Trump is like this. Every question, every answer, on point. And everything he says is true. That's one thing we loved about Trump. But guys like me and the rest of the world in America that level-minded understand exactly where Trump's coming from. He cares about America. Who cares about a little, that's like he said, who cares about a little mean tweet? We would love to have low gas prices, low prices on food. We would love to have that back. Show me where Biden is working on that. And did you notice how she keeps cutting them off? Every time he's giving her 100% facts and proof. He came with the receipts. She keeps cutting them off. When he talks about Obama, you see how she kept cutting them off? Oh, you don't know that. You don't know that. She don't even know that. I'm pretty sure Trump would have more information on that than her, since he was already in the White House. And he's right about the January 6th. Because I remember when they posted it, they didn't post a clip of him saying, be peaceful, have a peaceful protest when you go there. They cut that out. They didn't show that at first. That came hours later. I remember that. So he's not lying. So he came with the full receipts. What did he say the gas prices? What is his quick response? Drill, baby, drill. All this thing is just common sense. But people act like this is like rocket science. And that's one thing we love about Trump. And that's what the left don't like. They don't like people that speak their mind. People that comes with facts. People that tell the truth. They hate the truth. The truth hurts. She was baffled. She didn't know. Man, this is why I love Trump, man. This is why I love Trump. Something he said about the border. Look what's going on with the border right now. And Trump knows exactly what's going on in our White House. Did you pick up little seeds that when we were talking about Joe Biden? He's pretty much reading a script. Did you pick up some of the seeds that he was saying in there? And we said about Nancy Pelosi. They just wanted Trump because Trump was exposing everything. That's one thing they couldn't control. They couldn't control Trump, but they could control Biden. Trump said exactly how it is, for what it is. He doesn't sugarcoat anything. He will call you out on your BS. He will tell you to your face. Even if the truth hurts, he will tell you. You doing something corrupted, he will call you out on it. He comes with the receipt, he comes with facts. You can't deny facts. Trump is on point. Look how Biden is in his interviews. And Trump and Biden is like what? I think Trump is like what? A couple of years younger than Biden, maybe like 2 or 3 years, maybe? And look how his mind is working. His mind is sharp as a razor. Sometimes it's so sad looking at Biden, and he's supposed to be the president of the United States of America, and he's like lost. I feel embarrassed sometimes. I look at him, and it's like when he come up the stage, he's like confused, like you're supposed to be the man in charge. How? And people don't see nothing wrong with this. How you don't see anything wrong with this? The man he's not fit. It's embarrassing, man. Yo, I'm here for Trump 2024. I would deal with the little mean tweets. I would deal with all of that rather than pay these prices that we're paying for right now out here. Like, are you serious? And summertime is not even here. Can you imagine what the price is going to look like during the summertime? You know it's going to go up because people are going to be traveling, going on. You know it's going to go up. And they want to Trump out for what? What's the reason why they want to Trump out? Everything the media try to do, they cut it up. Just like he was saying. That's what they did with him in January 6th. They cut that part out and put this part out. You're like, oh my God, he sent him over there to the Capitol to destroy the Capitol. They invaded. Not put in the part before when he said, please have a peaceful protest. They cut that out. And this is part I have a problem with. Why isn't the media being held for all of this? They never held accountable for anything. No, never. Let me know when. And did you guys notice that when Biden went into office, CNN was still talking about Trump a year later? Even when Biden was messing up his first couple months in the White House. Did you notice they were still talking about Trump? CNN? How you still talking about the former president when you get the current president there messing up everything? Shouldn't you be talking about him? It was talking about Trump. Even 2 years later, I couldn't believe it. You still talking about Donald Trump 2 years later. And it's nothing positive. They were speaking nothing positive about Trump. Like they refuse to talk about Biden. You would have sworn Trump was still the president. Let me know in the comments. Did you guys notice that? Because I noticed, I was like, there's no way. Like, let it go already. Trump is gone. It's been 2 years and we're still talking about this man. They're not putting out anything about Biden. Nothing. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Give me guys think about this in the comments, man. This is why I love Trump. He tells it like it is for what it is. Hate him or love him. But he's for America. Things was so much better. It was so cheap. I think the media needs to start being held accountable for certain things that they do. For certain agendas that they push, not just with the elections and with Trump, just everything in general. With genders, race. They push a lot of stuff that shouldn't be pushed. They should be held accountable for certain things that happen. If you're going to be cutting the footage and putting up certain part and then put out the full video almost hours later or 12 hours later, that is wrong. Pull out the full footage for what it is. Let us see the entire footage. Don't cut and mix and cut up in between and then put that out to fit a certain narrative or agenda. That is wrong. You should be held accountable for that. But give you guys think about this in the comments. Yo, he had a baffle. She wasn't prepared. She's like, wait a minute, this is not in the script. He came with the receipts. Shout out to Donald Trump, man. He came with the receipts. He was prepared. His mind is still sharp as ever. And at this age, that's a blessing to have. Give me guys take in the comments. Trump 2024. I'm here for it. Hopefully you guys are here for it too. Until then, peace out. You guys have a blessed day.